Warmer temperature also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storms, but also floods and heavy snowfall, but also longer and more frequent droughts. The areas where plants and animals can lay shift and water supplies are diminished. In addition to creating a new agricultural challenge, climate change can directly affect people's physical health. For example, in urban areas, the warmer atmosphere creates an environment that traps and increases the amount of smoke. This is because smoke contains ozone particles, which increase rapidly at higher temperatures. For example, exposure to higher levels of smoke can cause health problems such as asthma, heart disease, and lung cancer. So I got this information from YouTube blog on so that's all. Now it's turn to Abbas Nishana to continue this presentation.
Thank you, Albek. Now I'm going to talk about solutions. So before summarizing all the above, I can say that the community has launched an almost irreversible process, but this does not mean that we should give up and wait until the Earth becomes completely uninhabitable. One of the solutions to the problems is currently being implemented is the transition from the usual cars to electric cars, which are being developed in every possible way by Elon Musk. This one only the tip of the iceberg, as there are still millions of different factors operating which greatly worsens the situation. We can just give up all the benefits that the operation of these factors gives us, or use radical methods such as reducing the work of factories, consumption, or abandoning the things we are used to. Because all this will lead to the collapse of economy and lead to total poverty. And so, I think the best solution to this problem is to invest in children. What do I mean by that? Improve the quality of children's nutrition so that the brains develop better. Improve the level of education. We must accelerate evolution by artificial methods to increase the numbers of potential geniuses. The more intelligent people we have, the greater the chance that someone genius will appear with a revolutionary solution to all these problems. So that was our solution, and all summarizing will continue. Sardar Bek.
Thank you, Abbas. So I'm going to continue with the conclusion. In conclusion, we all need to understand how big and important this problem is. So here is the list against climate change, and there are some ways to reduce it. First, we need to use, in other words, utilize, like by changing our main sources of energy, like for a clean and renewable energy, like solar and wind or geothermal, and biomass could be the best solution for these problems. Because as we use a lot of energy from the energy, we need other energies as well. So another way to utilize is refrain from overconsumption. What I mean by that, we need to reduce the meat in our ingredients. Another way to understanding the problem is reducing the carbon dioxide, and our transport method must be aligned with environmental requirements and reduce their carbon. So what I mean by that, we need to make, as Abbas mentioned, electric cars and reduce the carbon dioxide in the air. By this, we can refresh the air, and our people and our generation will be healthier, and our everything will be sustainable. So, and the third way to understand and help this problem is to increase the effective forests by making the forests or making green places, we can increase the air and oxygen in this air, and we can reduce the CO2. So also we can make we can use and increase the renewable energy, which means we can get other types of energies and we can feed all the population. So the third way how to help this problem is to increase the number of activists who try to save Earth and invest to these people to help and generate new ways to against this problem. So in the next slide, we're going to discuss about main points. So as we can see, we can stop the global warming by uniting. What I mean by that, if the whole world will unite and discuss about this problem, there will be actually a way to prevent, and I cannot say stop, but we can somehow prevent the how to say the speed of climate change. And the second one is we need to threat to humankind and for provisions as well. Also, we need to and this climate change topic has to be something to scare and think about, not for only the people or activists, or also for government and like wealthy people, and etc. Also, the government has to elaborate new plans and even invest a lot for this climate change problem. As the big cities are the main problem, there have to be solution as well, because like the factories, as Abbas mentioned, they are extremely a lot and they harm the planet. There also there should be a way to reduce all of these things. So it's not that easy to solve this problem, which has been extremely increasing for the last decades. But if humanity will not stop increasing carbon emissions, pollute the air, and increase effective forests, then it would be a big problem and it would be impossible to save the planet. Only way is to change people's lifestyle and change their habits. So even if the earth has an ability to regenerate itself, it's obvious that it can confront that much, since humanity exploits everything in the nature. Thank you very much. It's pretty much it. Have a good day.